At the beginning of each chapter, Krishnadas Kaviraj makes a small invocation. So we'll chant that. Well, first of all, he says, I'll chant this alone. He says, Nami Tangora Chandranya Kutarkar Karkasasayam Sarvabhaumam Sarvabhuma Bhakti Bhumanamacharat. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Gaurachandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who converted the hard-hearted Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, the reservoir of all bad logic, says here, into a great devotee. And then he writes, and you can chant this after me. Jaya Jaya Gaurachandra Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Gaurachandra Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
So today's verse, text number 197. Anya Yata Sadhya Sadhana Kadi Achadana Tine Hare Siddha Sadhakara. That is Sadhakera Mana. Something missing, isn't it? No, we can all remember that. 18A Hare. And Hare in this case does not refer to Radharani. It's Hari. Comes that way. Anyayata Satya Sadhan Kari Achadan.
Anyayata Satya Sadhan Kari Achadan.
Between Tina and Sid.
Yeah, very good.
That's right.
Wow.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadake Raman. Anyayata Satya Sadhan Kari Achadhan.
Anyayata Satya Sadhan Kari Achadan.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadake Raman.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadake Raman.
Anyayata Satya Sadhan Kari Achadan.
Anyayata Satya Sadhan Kari Achadan.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadhake Raman.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadake Raman.
Anyayata Satya Sadha Kari Achadan.
Anyayata Satya Sadhan Kari Achadan.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadake Raman.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadake Raman.
Anyayata Satya Sadhan Kari Achadan.
Anyayata Satya Sadhan Kari Achadan.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadake Raman.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadake Raman.
Anyayata Satya Sadha Kari Achadan.
Anyayata Satya Sadhan Kari Achadan.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadhake Raman.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadake Raman.
Anyayata Satya Sadha Kari Achadan.
Anyayata Satya Sadhan Kari Achadan.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadake Raman.
Eitine Hare Siddha Sadake Raman.
Anyayata Satya Sadha Kari Achadan.
Anya, other, Yata, all, Sajjasadhan, objectives and transcendental practices. Kari, doing. Achadana, covering. 18, these three. Hare, take away. Siddha, successful. Sadhakara, of the student engaged in spiritual activities. Mana, the mind. Translation. These three items attract the mind of a perfect student engaged in spiritual activities and overcome all other processes of spiritual activity. Repeat after me. These three items attract the mind of a perfect student engaged in spiritual activities and overcome all other processes of spiritual activity. Purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Spiritual activities other than Bhakti Yoga are divided into three categories. Speculative activity conducted by the Jnana Sampradaya, that is the learned scholars. Fruitive activity conducted by the general populace according to Vedic regulations. And the activities of transcendentalists not engaged in devotional service. There are many different branches of these categories, but the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by His inconceivable potencies and transcendental qualities, attracts the mind of the student engaged in the activities of karma, jnana, yoga, and so forth. The Supreme Lord is full of inconceivable potencies which are related to His person, His energies, and His transcendental qualities. All of these are very attractive to the serious student. Consequently, the Lord is known as Krishna, the all-attractive one. Well, just to recap, you're studying 1 or 2 verses each weekend, right? And this chapter has about 300 verses in it. So that's about 6 months. So you might have forgotten the story, I'm thinking. Or maybe you've had it told you many times. But anyway, I thought maybe it would be a good idea to just to recap a little bit the story. And I happen to have here a version of the story, which I've been writing for too long now.